Alright, this is Hankster's Hot Rods. We are here in our Homer City, Pennsylvania location today. I am John Oakes and I'm going to go over this car that you see sitting beside me. This is a 1968 Chevrolet Camaro. You can see this one here is done in the white exterior. It's got the black SS stripe that goes all the way back the side to the door there. Again, this is vinyl striping. So again, if for whatever reason you would want to, it could come off and another one be put on. But again, all vinyl and it looks good. There's no bubbles in it. Nice and straight. 327 emblems on this car. That is in fact what is underneath the hood. We'll talk more about that when we get to that point. But again, we've got an SS hood. This is all steel. It's got the louvers here in the center. All of that trim work on those louvers, even the grille mesh areas, those are in great shape on this car. All of our bright work here are wheel-lit moldings, bumpers, trim around the windows, up over the rain gutters here with your trim around the windows there. All of this is in great shape. It's nice and straight. It's not dented up. It's polished up real nice. It looks real good on this particular car. Of course, you got the Camaro script emblems. Now the wheels and tires, they have upgraded here a little bit. We've got 18 by 8 wheels here on the car. They are aluminum American Racing Torque Thrust 2 wheels. So again, 18-inch wheels. As far as the tires go, they went with a Nitto Extreme ZR tire. And the sizes on those are 245 40 R18s on the front and 245 45 R18s on the rear of the car. Now as far as the body goes in this car, it's super straight down the sides. Your doors, the gaps on here, both on the front as well as on the back side here, very uniform. They're very much the same front to back. We've got the chrome mirror here on the driver's side. All of our glass here on the car here is in great shape. There's no chips or cracks in any of the glass that you see here. Again, all of your bright work here is in great shape. Your belt molding here too, that's in good shape and it's not dented up either. Super straight. I'm going to go ahead and open up our door and talk a little bit about the interior. Of course, we've got all black vinyl interior. It's got the front bucket seats. It's got the factory dash with factory instrumentation, including the speedo and fuel gauge. There are no extra gauges on this car. It's got a billet aluminum steering wheel on it, aftermarket, with the half wrap on it to match the interior. Got your center console in there too for the automatic transmission, factory heater controls, and this car does have an aftermarket AM FM CD player in it with some speakers up in the rear package tray. We'll take a look at it from the other side too, but that's what you see from here. As far as our weather stripping up around the door glass here, all of that is in great shape. We'll close this up. Door shuts nice and easy. Good solid thud there too to make sure it's good and closed. Again, all of your panels are in great shape here. All of your turn signals too. The lenses and the bright work, the bezels around those are all in great shape. Now you can see we've got a rear trunk spoiler here. Your trunk on this car fits really, really nice too. Gaps are uniform the whole way around. Elevations with your rear quarter panels are very good too. Rear glass, slightly tinted. All of your bright work, again, in good shape, polished up really nice and straight. As we come around the back, we've got our nice chrome bumper here. The tail lights in this car, you've got the solid color tail lights. The bezels around those, where they should be black and painted, they are. Where they should be bright, they are nicely polished up. Got a gas cap here with the Chevrolet emblem. Again, lenses are all nice shape too, no cracks or chips in any of that stuff. We'll go ahead and open this up. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, trunk lock works, latch is real nice there. The springs and hinges all do their thing. They hold that trunk up just as they should. Underside of that trunk, the same color as the exterior of the car, that nice white color underneath. You've got the trunk floor here, good and solid floor. You don't see any piecework or patching in here. All of your drain plugs are in there. You've got a set of floor mats in there too if you want to put those in to help protect your carpeting. Your trunk seals also, you can tell this looks to be all new stuff here. Again, nice and soft. meets right here in the center. Again, that's going to seal up from the elements real well. You even have your little rubber bump stops here so it doesn't come down too far. New seals, so you do have to give it a little bit of push there, but again, new seals are going to do that. So as we walk away or walk around the car, we've got our antenna here. It is an aftermarket antenna, but they went with a little shorter one since it's back here to keep it looking right. Again, all of your panels here are nice and straight, quarter panel. Again, you get to the door here, your elevations are good with your door, both to the back side and the front side. Your gaps on that door too, same thing. Again, belt moldings look good. All of your trim around your windows, even your rain gutters here are all in great shape. Now they did paint these to match the car. Again, not a bad look. As we feel up through those rain gutters too, I want to make sure that everything feels nice and smooth and that the paint all looks very good in there, and it does. Paint on the roof too, same thing, nice and smooth the whole way around. We'll open our door up, that way you get a shot from the passenger side. Again, seat upholstery is in great shape. There's no rips or tears. Your dash pad, same thing. No rips or tears in that. No cracks in it either. All in great shape. Carpeting is all in good shape too. No tears, no fading whatsoever in the carpeting. Even got the little rubber bump stops on your doors here, both bottom and top. So we'll shut that. Again, that door shuts nice and easy too. The front windshield, again, it's got the tint up at the top. All of your trim work, your moldings are all in great shape there. The matching 327 over here on the passenger side. And now that brings us to the front end of the car. Again, now you get a good look at that stripe since we've been the whole way around. Again, that steel SS hood there with the louvers in the center, all in really nice condition here. And you can tell that the hood fitment is very good on this car too. Again, all your gaps the whole way around and your elevations, everything's all matched up really well. Your grille here, all black, and again, it's all intact. There's no pieces that are broke or cracked or anything like that. It's all solid there. Your headlights, just your traditional sealed beam units. Down below that, then you've got your chrome bumper, and then you've got the black air dam underneath the front end of the car to complete the look. Now we're going to go underneath the hood next. So let's go there. And first thing you'll notice, the underside of the hood, same color as the exterior of the car, so they have that painted up real nice underneath. As far as the engine goes, we do have the numbers scuffed off on the front stamp pad. It is a numbers match 327 motor. Up above, you've got a reusable style air filter there. Again, probably a K&N. Underneath that, you've got a single feed Edelbrock 1406 carburetor with the electric choke. That's sitting on top of an air gap, RPM air gap aluminum intake. So again, that's going to keep everything, pulling the fuel and air very good there for you. You've got a set of aluminum valve covers here that have been painted up real nice, kind of to match them up with the block there with that Chevy orange paint. Down below that, to help it breathe, got a real nice set of headers there, long tube, emptying into dual exhaust, which go all the way out the back of the car. We've got power brakes. This car is disc brake, all four wheels, drilled slotted rotors on the front, just traditional rotors on the back of the car as well. Power steering also. All your belts and hoses are all in good shape here. Stock style radiator. Got yourself a shroud on there as well. Looks to have a 4-blade steel fan on there too for cooling. Does have an HEI distributor on it with a set of an 8mm MSD plug wire, so that's going to help get the spark to the engine there too. Give you a little bit better performance as far as your ignition system goes. That's pretty much it for underneath the hood here. Like I said, it is numbers match. It's got the Powerglide transmission, and then it also has the GM 10-bolt rear end in it as well to finish out your driveline. So with that said, we've been around the outside, inside the car also, and under the hood. Next thing we have to do now is go underneath the car and show you how this thing looks underneath. It's actually in really good shape. I think you're going to like the underside here when we show it to you. Alright, we've got our white 1968 Chevy Camaro here up on the lift. We're going to go through the underside here for all of you out there. and exactly point out what we have here, going over steering, suspension, wheels, tires, floors, exhaust work, and driveline. So starting at the front, we've got all your stock stuff here as far as your cross member. It's in excellent shape. All of your control arms, your upper and lower control arms, those are all factory stock stamped steel components. Now this whole entire car, the underside's been painted. It's black paint. There's no undercoating on this car at all. So again, that's good. It shows you what you actually have underneath here. Again, suspension, springs, shocks, everything like that's all in great shape. All of your steering, it is power steering car, so all of your tie rods, everything here looks to be all new stuff here. Everything has the rubber dust boot covers on it, and you can tell everything's been maintained well, even the ball joints on your upper and lower control arms. As far as braking on this car, it's power brakes as well. We've got 4-wheel disc brakes. Now your brakes up front are drilled and slotted. That's going to help with heat dissipation on those front brakes, so you don't have anything like fading or anything like that in your brakes whenever you're using them a lot. Brake hoses, all of which look to be in great shape. And again, I would assume these are just your typical like GM calipers. So you can get brake pads and all the parts and stuff for those at just about any auto parts store that you go to. As far as the rest of the underside here, let's go with the floors next, because again, everything here looks phenomenal for this car. Again, all the stamped steel components, correct floor pans on this car. You can see all the stamping lines in everything. There's no patching, no piecing whatsoever. Everything looks great all the way back to the rear of the car. Even the fuel tank looks to be brand new. Straps and all the mounting hardware here, again, in excellent condition. We'll work our way back up. Your front subframe, you can see how well this looks too. Both frame horns here as it comes down, nice and straight, square the whole way up through the front. Your body mount bushings, these are in great shape. All new bushings are not split, they're not squished beyond where they should be. They look great. As far as our drive line in this car, we've got a 327 cubic inch small block Chevrolet engine. We've got behind that a Powerglide automatic transmission. Now when I'm looking at our oil pan on our motor and our trans pan, everything looks nice and dry on both of those. You do have the flywheel cover, so that's going to keep dirt and debris out of that flywheel, prevent any kind of chipping that you may have occur there. Your transmission cross member here in excellent shape. You can tell this thing's never touched anything underneath here. Even the trans mount itself is bolted in place, all new, looks to be in great condition. No leaks or drips to speak of on the transmission. Our drive shaft, it's a balanced drive shaft, so again, that's going to help eliminate any kind of vibrations that you might pick up in the drive line. And then as far as the rear end, it's a GM 10-bolt rear. It's got a 273 gear, I believe, in it. And then it's an open differential on the car. You've got a multi-leaf rear suspension on the car. Again, 10-bolt, 8.2-inch ring gear. And then we walk our way back up to look at the exhaust. Now again, you can tell these are a set of real nice long tube headers here. They're going to help this thing breathe a lot. It's going into a set of dual exhaust, full duals all the way back, dual Flowmaster mufflers, so it's going to give it a nice throaty sound, and Flowmasters are good for performance too. And then of course it's got the correct style of tailpipes. They go up over top of that rear end housing, and then they exit out between the leaf spring and the rear quarter panel, just as they should. As I mentioned, it is 4-wheel disc brakes on the car, so again, your braking performance is going to be outstanding. All new brake lines and fuel lines on this car. As you can see, run up along the sides. They've got all the proper fasteners here to keep them up where they need to be. All of your brake lines as well as the fuel lines have that spiral winding on it, so it prevents kinking in any of the lines where you have a bend in it. So everything's going to perform well. Shocks on this car look to be all new too. So again, you can just tell everything's been well taken care of on this car, from all the components to the floors on this thing. It's just phenomenal. As far as the remaining stuff to talk about, wheels and tires. We've got Nitto Extreme Z, let me just double check that. Nitto Extreme ZR tires. I just want to make sure I had the right thing there. We've got 245/40 18s on the front, 245/45 18s on the rear. The wheels are a chrome. This is a Torq thrust wheel. Again, 18/8, I believe, is the size on the wheels of this car. So with that, we're all done here. We're going to get it down off the lift. We'll open that hood up. We'll get you a shot of that engine running. That way you get to hear what it sounds like.